Yo, what's good, people? Old Styles is back in the building with another video. Pardon me. I know I should have went live a little earlier on. Uh yeah, I just got a little busy, Father's Day, all that good stuff with the fams, the kids. So yeah, there was that. I know I should have came live maybe right after the concert, maybe that night. But yeah, I was so tired, man. That concert took a lot out of me, man. Holy. So if you don't know, on this channel we talk about the going ons with the hip hop, and we talk a little bit of travel as well too. So if you're into that, please do hit that subscribe button. As you come in, please do hit that like button, and let's get right into it, man. Follow me on IG, Omari_Styles, the Omari Wave, and the same on TikTok. Yeah. And on YouTube, of course, subscribe. So getting right into it, man. Listen. What a concert, bruh. What a concert. A lot to unpack with this whole Kendrick Lamar SZA GNX tour Toronto stop. Wow. So we went live on Thursday night, right? And I told the audience that I will be attending this Kendrick Lamar concert on the Friday, which was day 2. What a concert, man. I went, I saw, I conquered, and I returned home safely in one piece. Wow. So where do I even begin with this, man? So I'm just gonna go through it chronologically. All right. So listen, listen, listen. And you know what, before that as well, too, listen, we're going to also get into Drake calling the former leader of the NDP party, Jagmeet Singh, a goof. Yeah, we're gonna get into that a little bit as well, too. Anybody wants to come up on the panel, just hit the chat and I'll open it up. I'll send the link. Right. So let's get right into it, man. Listen, there were a lot of conflicting reports with this whole Kendrick Lamar concert, right? I was there firsthand. I'm gonna tell you the unbiased truth, right? What was real and what was fake on night 2. I wasn't there night 1, but on night 2. So let's get right into it chronologically. Now, the day of that Friday, I don't know if it was because maybe people got paid that day or something, but everywhere just seemed full. Every store I went into was full. So I was getting my hair cut. It was like packed in the barbershop. I was getting my hair done. It was kind of packed in the salon as well, too. Pause. Everywhere I went was just people. Like when I was driving, the roads were packed. So I don't know. I think there was a little buzz still in the city because everywhere just felt like that more people were just outside. So I know Kendrick, coming to Toronto definitely was a little bit of a stimulus package for the city, for the greater Toronto area. I'm going to just say that off the rip. So chronologically speaking now, making my way downtown, it was just like traffic everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Just like cars. Like once you got onto that Gardner, rammed. Now I maybe it was because it was, Friday afternoon, Friday going into Friday evening on a hot summer evening. It's hot summer afternoon, but yo, it was rammed, Bridget. Beer cars everywhere. Rammed. Fast forward now. Actually I would say it took maybe about, if it takes normally about X amount of time to get to downtown, I would say the time increased by about 15 to 25 minutes. So there's that. So no, next thing now. Get downtown now. Boom. Park the car. Boom. Get out the car. Boom. There apparently was some type of They called it a pre-game party at this restaurant called Amsterdam Brewery. If you go on their Instagram page, they do it for all concerts at the Rogers Center because it's a very short walk away. So I found it on IG and I said, all right, I'm gonna pull up there and just grab a little bite to eat, maybe a couple drinks prior, and then we'll walk over to you know, well, me and Nads are gonna just walk over to the concert. So that's what we pretty much did. We stopped there, Amsterdam Brewery. It was advertised as some type of Kendrick Lamar pregame party, but it really wasn't. It wasn't what you thought it might have been. And I knew it wasn't gonna be nothing crazy like that because again, there is still this kind of division. There's this split. There's this kind of like, you know, silent majority of people who don't really want to support Kendrick Lamar outwardly is what I've been noticing. So, I'm pretty sure all the Kendrick fans were just restricted to um embracing their love of the art of Kendrick Lamar's music, restricted to just being inside of the Rogers Center and or New King Hope. That's the way it felt. Outside of New King Hope, outside of Rogers Center, a lot of Drake fans and stands are just kind of lurking around. So that's the vibe I'm getting. You know what I mean? Um, Going forward now. So left Amsterdam Brewery, had a couple drinks. You know what I'm saying? Had a little appetizer. You know what I'm saying? The food was all right. The DJ was actually playing some Kendrick Lamar, but he was also playing some Drake. But it seems like we were like we were like the only people in there pretty much who were there for the purpose of grabbing some food before the concert. Everyone else, I mean, just nobody else was really in there for that purpose. It seemed like, I mean, I wasn't keeping track, but that's just the vibe I got. So, anyways, left there and headed towards the concert. And I have some footage here. This is where my footage starts right here. So let's
Let me try to get some water.
sorry, that's not it. That's not it. But yeah, got some footage here. I'm gonna play. Again. That's not it. I don't know.
Let me try to get some water. Already my heart. Chest.
You can hear Nads in the background. And we're pretty much just walking towards the concert.
Let me try to get some water. Already my heart. Chest.
First thing I'm gonna say is perception number one was that there was majority white people there, right? Majority white people. I would say that is false. There was a majority of all types of people there. Majority multicultural. So there was white, there was black, there was brown, and there was yellow. Those are the four I saw: white, black, brown, yellow. The blacks seemed like they were local and American. The whites seemed like they were local and maybe out of towners. The browns seemed like they could have pretty much is Indian and what else? Guyanese maybe. And then the yellow seemed like they were just local Asians, local, like Chinese, that's it. Local Chinese and maybe out of towner Chinese. So basically it just seemed like they were just locals and out of towners of all different races and nationalities, right? I'm not going to sit here and say that one race dominated because every single race was in that building. I'm not even going to lie to you. It was pretty diverse. You know what I'm saying? Like it was pretty diverse. There was not like the white people did not dominate. Like they were not the majority in there. Black folks, same thing, didn't dominate, but they were there. They were sprinkled all throughout the whole everywhere I went. I saw black folks in there, everywhere, from in the elevator to the ticket people or the people like taking your ticket at the gates or whatever. The people letting you into your seats, like those people, the ushers, whatever you want to call them, the people them with the food, all like everywhere. They were scattered throughout the whole place. The people selling popcorn and all that stuff. bringing you food to your seats. Everybody. So from workers to actual attendees of the concert, I seen, black folks in there with their Kendrick Lamar t-shirts on, their merch. I seen chicks in there, women in there, dressed up, I seen all types, all different types, shapes and sizes, everything. You know, I seen dudes, black guys with their girls, date nights, all of that. I seen white guys with their girls, date nights. I seen Indian guys with their girls, date nights. I was pretty much there on my date night too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was pretty much there on a date night tip. It was dope. I know a lot of like just single little snow bunnies frolicking around as well too. So it was kind of like a mixed bag, a big mixed bag in there. So do not believe the hype. It was not all just white folks.
Make sure I get some water. Already my heart. Chest.
Turn left onto Bremner Boulevard.
Okay, perception number 2. Did Kendrick have a lot of security in there? Yes. The police presence down there was crazy. Yo, there was a lot of police. I'm talking like from, if you know where Amsterdam Brewery is, close to the Radisson, all like literally even from down there. So basically close to where Harborfront is. If you know, you know. Down there, even along Harborfront, along Queens Quay, I was starting to see police from down there, right? All the way up to where Rogers Center is. There was police there too. Regin, police was there too. Right? So along that whole little strip, along Queens Quay, I seen police all over walking, just up and down walking. And then when we walked up and got actually to the Rogers Center area, they were pretty much just there, just lingering all around on the road, just lingering, just there, just standing there, just chilling, watching, just chilling, just being a presence, just there. So yes, perception number 2, there was a lot of police down there, a lot. For good reason, I guess. Nobody wants to see no foolishness pop off. I didn't want to see no foolishness pop off, at least. So that was perception number 2. Yes, there was a heavy police presence down there.
All right, we inside. What's your thoughts so far?
Good.
You got upgraded to go down a level. I don't know, bro, but it's pretty packed in here still. But we got upgraded to go down. So a lot of people wearing the merch, a lot of lineups for the merch, but it is what it is. We're about to get a drink, turn up. You already know. Let's go.
Okay, so perception number 3. Was it packed in there? Like, was it really a sold out show? I'm gonna say it was packed, but it wasn't sold out. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I haven't seen the Rogers Center more packed. Being a native of the GTA, native of Toronto. Look, I remember when Jose Bautista hit that home run, right? When the Blue Jays were in the playoffs. That place was sold out. That stadium was rocking. Okay, that was like 2015. That was a sold out crowd. I remember when I went to go see Jay-Z and Beyonce. I think that was maybe 2013. That was a sold out crowd. That felt like 1 million people were in the Rogers Center that day. Looking back, when Joe Carter hit that home run to win the World Series, that was a sold out crowd. That place was packed. Like, I'm telling you, Kendrick Lamar it was sold out, but I don't think it was at capacity, if that makes sense. So there were a lot of people in there. I would say maybe like 80% sold out, 75 to 80% sold out. That place could have held a lot more people. Our section that we were sitting in was pretty packed still, but I wouldn't say it was fully sold out.
You never seen that before? Scalpers asking for tickets. I've never seen that. It's always them having tickets.
No. This is the other way. This is 5.
Okay. I told you it's this way. I didn't.
You didn't say that, bro.
I said go this way. This is this
That
way.
has my shirt. Look.
Everybody has a shirt.
Are prohibited. Bags that do not meet the above policy will be not entry.
Turn left.
4 bills?
No, you know. Yo, remember, tickets are sold out. You can't buy it. You can't buy any.
4 bills.
Digital event ticket, with the exception of minors and those who require accessible support. The gate closest to your seat is recommended on your ticket.
I've never seen that. Crazy. All the concerts I went to, I've never seen scalpers asking for tickets. It's crazy. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, this is a first, eh?
Look, man. Yeah, so I don't know why I didn't upload an order, but look, man. I've also never seen that before. I've seen it before, but I didn't hear anybody trying to sell tickets. All I heard was the scalpers trying to buy tickets. So yeah, that was a video of us walking in. That was like the video I should have showed before the last video. But anyways, all the scalpers were doing were trying to actually buy tickets. They weren't actually trying to sell tickets, which was really, really, really surprising. I was thinking to just maybe sell my tickets and then just rebuy them online at a discounted price. But didn't want to take that risk, so just said forget it and just ended up going in. So got in now, sat down with the drink. As soon as I sat down, all I hear is Mustard start playing. I see the light go on and Mustard starts playing. Oh, yeah, and there was no upgraded ticket. That was just a souvenir I got. So I got finessed. I got fleeced. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Got a little souvenir. Thought it was an upgraded ticket. Got so excited, made a video. Well, it was incorrect. It happens, bro. So moving on now. Mustard starts playing his set. Get settled into my seat. You know, got my drink. Drink was super duper expensive. I think 2 drinks came to almost $45. Like, make it make sense, Roger Center. Come on, bro. So, you know, I just sipped on that drink for the whole concert, 2.5 hours. I was not trying to buy no more. I was good. But yeah, from the Amsterdam Brew House, I had a couple of drinks as well, too, or like 1 drink. So I was like 2 drinks and I was straight, man. I didn't need nothing more than that. I was just trying to see the concert and I had to drive. So I was good, man. I like 2 drinks. I was straight. So yeah, Mustard comes out. Mustard's doing his thing. Mustard's just like spinning tracks and tracks and tracks and tracks. And like at that point, I'm looking around, I'm looking at the demographic. I'm like, okay, it's pretty diverse in here, you know, a bit more diverse than I thought it was going to be. I thought people were saying it was just going to be all white, but again, I was seeing brown people, you know, seeing some, you know, a lot of white people, you know, black folks. I was seeing black folks to my right, black folks to my immediate right. I was seeing all types, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so Mustard's going off. Mustard's just killing it. Mustard's playing all those 90s hits, you know, recent hits, all types. All types.
Again, we did not. It's a crazy lineup, though. To get a T-shirt, bro.
No, but the merch is nice, though. I should have got the.
Yo, the merch lineup is mud.
Yo, look at your.
Holy fuck. It's all the way. It's all the way back, bro. Holy fuck. That's crazy. That's a crazy lineup, bro. Just to get some merch. Could make some arrangements. Holy fuck, bro. Bro, that's the lineup to get merch. That is the lineup to get merch right now. The Kendrick Lamar concert in Toronto. People, this is crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This is actually kind of mine. 100 level, here we are.
So let me say that I forgot about that part too. Before we got to our seat, the merch lineups were just insane. And I could have swore we may have walked by at least like 4 or 5, I'd say, merch lines, all packed, all rammed. The one I showed you was on the 100 level, super rammed. The one that was outside, super rammed. That merch line was going from the Rogers Center almost all the way out to Spadina. Like it was going far, like it was going way down the block. Just put it like that. It was going way down the block. It was crazy. It was on that I guess the side closest to Spadina. They had a merch line and it was crazy long. So they made a bag. Like I can imagine how much money they made just off of the merch. Like it's crazy. Like this tour is pulling in some mañana. It's crazy. Wow, the stimulus package that he's giving to all these cities is pretty crazy still. And he's racking in a bag himself. You know what I'm saying? Like hey man, that the Dave Free effect? Because I didn't see this. I didn't see this. And Kendrick has said, that Free is the brains behind the whole operation. So I did not see our city just turning into like everybody all of us, like, just a little millionaire town. Everybody just got money. Like, what I'm saying? Everybody's just saving up their money and just like pumping up the economy. Like everybody all of a sudden got money for like $40 t-shirts all of a sudden, and money to cut their hair and get their hair done, and gas in the tank and restaurant money, and everybody's rich all of a sudden. It's crazy. Money for tickets, and it was crazy. It was just the effect was just crazy. You don't see that too often when these concerts come to town. Like Taylor Swift, yeah, but little old Kendrick, damn man. I know somebody is punching the air right now after that concert, man. The way it just like everybody was talking about it, like the news was talking about it. It was just crazy. It was just a crazy little vibe going on. So sit down in my seat now. Again, Mustard's playing, and then all of a sudden, Mustard just steps off, goes quiet for a bit, and the boogeyman himself came on the stage, bro. You know who, bro? Kendrick Lamar, Kung Fu Kenny, steps into the building, bro. Steps on stage, whacked out murals. Started right there. I think I have the playlist here, but Kenny just said, on my time now. Just stepped on stage and started killing it. He was up there for about, I'll say the concert lasted about like 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours. I decided to stream live on TikTok, and would you believe it? I had about 50,000 likes on my TikTok live stream. It was crazy. It was so crazy that the next day, or actually 2 days later, I saw that some other people were streaming my TikTok, like some other big YouTubers were streaming my TikTok video to review the Kendrick Lamar concert. It was crazy. And to boot, I got gifts. I got like almost $5 worth of gifts. People were like liking and gifting, and it was just crazy. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen nothing like that before. And I had that conversation with my boy the other day, like, Canadian creators can't really make no money. You know what I'm saying? Whoop-de-whoop. And, Kung Fu Kenny comes to town streaming the TikTok live, and all of a sudden I get, a little change in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? So that was actually pretty crazy. So yeah, the set list for the GNX tour, actually pretty crazy, man. I must say. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Here it is. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen, people? Oh, sorry. Give me a second here. Share screen. Yeah, this is it. All right. So if you can see my screen, Act 1. Kendrick comes up, whacked out murals. Now, personally, this was one of my least favorite songs off of the album, personally. But hearing it live, and with all the lights, with all the like effects, the screen, like just the whole energy, it was just like it was crazy. I was like, I can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I made it. I'm in the building, unscathed, fresh. I made it. Let's go. I was excited. I was hyped. That was actually the second time I saw Mustard, so I wasn't really too hyped to see Mustard, but yeah, I saw him in Vegas. I think it was 2018, but I was hyped. Whacked out murals, and then squabble up. You know what I'm saying? Bop, just bopping, just vibing. Everybody just having a good time. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my TikTok live. It's going crazy. Like, it was just a vibe, man. Nas is going crazy in the cut, having a great time. Man, it was just a vibe, man. I had my beer in my hand, man. Man, it was just tough, man. Whole first set was just tough. Whole first set was tough. And then SZA came on. I didn't really recognize too much of the SZA songs, but like Broken Clocks, I remember, like I know Broken Clocks. I'm sorry to say, hey, I'm sorry to say, I got some SZA homework to do. You know what I'm saying? So Act 2, SZA came out. She was looking really good. You know what I'm saying? She's a really good performer, I must say. She had the girls, like all the girls who was like standing and sitting beside me, they were like singing her songs word for word. Like, yo, she's dope. One of my boys was saying he's like a SZA fan more than a Kendrick fan. I was like, wow, she has like a real solid fan base, I must say. Like, you think that Kendrick is carrying, but SZA has her own set of people who are there as well too. You get me? So then Kendrick came back out, and that Euphoria, legendary. I don't think I'll ever forget that. Like, I really don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know fanboy tip. Oh, and by the way, it is Kendrick Lamar's birthday today. Not on no fanboy tip, but like just Euphoria. The first time I heard the song, and then seeing it live was like, whoa, this man's an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like he really, really loves his craft, man. People were saying about on different videos I watched talking about his breath control, and I saw it firsthand live. Like, dude was spitting, and it's like you ain't really appreciating the fact that this guy is like he's doing the most. Like, he's doing the most to make sure that like the performance is just going smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's so focused, he's so dialed in. Like, you just have to appreciate it. Like, the lyrics, the breath control, the swag, he doesn't seem like a guy he's gonna like get too overwhelmed in the moment and like trip and fall or like drop the microphone or like miss a word or off beat or like anything. Like, the man's just dialed in, just focused, and like gotta appreciate that focus, man. It makes sense why homie doesn't. I know I was saying a lot on the last live stream about him being, very incognito and just kind of not there. I can see why. Dude puts a lot of time and effort, probably hours on hours on hours on hours and days and nights and weekends and into his craft, man, into this thing called rap, because it shows when he's on stage. It just seems effortless. He's doing this with ease. He's making it look easy. You don't see him fumbling. You don't see him like dropping stuff. You don't see him like missing words. You know what I'm saying? It like the fact, like when he was rapping Euphoria, for example, it sounded like the actual song Euphoria. Like, it sounded like I was listening to it on, in my car. It sounded the same. Like the way it sounded, like the way he was actually rapping it, and there was no lip syncing. Every single song was just straight instrumental. You heard a little bit of it, like Squabble Up, for example. Like, you can hear like a little bit of the track, like the words in the track, like the ad libs coming up from time to time. But for the most part, this is homie just rapping, bro. Straight rapping. Like, that's tough. Like, you gotta appreciate that. And then I started looking at tour dates. I'm like, hold on a second. Dude has how much dates? Not to say like Drake hasn't done that before. You know what I'm saying? Drake has done that before. Drake's done some long ass tours where I was just like, yo, isn't dude tired? You know, so I'll give these artists credit where it's due. You know what I'm saying? But like, bro, this set list is, and then remember he's doubling back and he's going to do a Euro trip as well too. It's crazy. Yeah, so right now he's almost done. I think he's today's his second last one. He has Hershey today, which is probably done by now. Then he has Maryland, and then he just goes to Europe next month. This guy is getting a bag, bro. It's crazy. The bag, and that's the stimulus packages that he's giving to these different cities is just crazy. And then the actual performance itself is crazy. So going back to this, yeah, the Euphoria, never forget that. I'll never forget that. That shit was dope. That was some ill performing right there. Highest level, top tier. Hey now, like people were complaining about the online. I'm gonna get to that after, like all the complaints, but like people were complaining about the sound. I'll say quickly, it sounded good to me. Oh, like oh, it's the ceiling of the Rogers Center, and those are the type of people who go online, who go on to like what do you call it there? Like review hotels on Google and give it like a 1 star because the air conditioner was too loud. Like, bro, the sound sounded perfectly fine for one, and for two, you should know the lyrics to if you're here, you should know the songs already. Why does it need to sound so? How can you? I don't never understand. How can you go to a concert and like the sound is like super perfect, like you're listening to it in your what do you call it there, in your headphones or something like that, or in your car? It's not going to sound like that. You're in a concert. It's not going to be adjusted perfectly for like 25,000 people. Like, make it make sense. I'm not no sound technician. It sounded good to me. It sounded good to me. Like, I don't recall it being unbearable or too loud or too low, or I could hear him perfectly fine. Oh, somebody was saying oh, the dome, it's because of the dome is too high, you should have opened the dome or something like that. I'm like, bro, like, come on, really? Anyways, so yeah, Hey Now was tough. Yeah, Hey Now was tough. Yeah, yeah. Hey Now was tough. Reincarnated was tough. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And then he did all some of his classics. You know what I'm saying? And then the interludes. I'm gonna say this. The interludes actually gave us a little bit of a glimpse into Kendrick Lamar and SZA. A little bit of a glimpse, a little bit of unseen footage and unseen visuals, that we've never seen before. And I appreciated that, like I appreciated the fact that he's not so easily accessible. But when you do step into his world, you're gonna get something that you've never really seen before. That's pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty tough. So yeah, he had a whole bunch of like visuals of him and SZA, and he was talking to like a psychiatrist, and that would be like that's what like the interlude would be. It'll be like him talking to like a psychiatrist, quote unquote, and then that would lead into him, singing Euphoria, or it would be like him and SZA in like a what do you call it there? You call that play like in a car, pulling up at a gas station, them having their little dialogue, and then after that, that would lead into Humble. Like I'm not saying that's word for like that's not exactly how it is, but that's just an example of how it is, how it was. So that was pretty dope. And then yeah, this set was pretty tough too. All these throwback songs. I feel like I'm not gonna lie to you, I was the only one in the section that knew like all these songs. Every single song here I knew. But yeah, Family Ties went hard. That was tough. Loved it. Love hearing it live. Swimming Pools, nostalgic. Oh, Mad City. Oh, come on. Nostalgic. All right, come on. Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs of all time. I'm not gonna lie. All right is a classic, is a banger, is just timeless music. Matt the Garden, timeless, or classic, I should say. Even already a classic. And then SZA came back on, and at this point, I think SZA started doing some like, she was like dressed up all different. She was flying from the ceiling. She was doing splits. She was like dressed up as like an ant. Like she was doing all types of stuff, like a grasshopper. I don't know what it was, but I like I'm not that in tune with SZA, but I'm not going to lie. She looked good for one, and I gotta catch up on my SZA for two because she was really singing. Like I really felt it. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt it in my bones. Like it felt good. I felt like this is what I need to be listening to in terms of R&B. I can't sleep on my SZA. You know what I'm saying? Not my SZA, but just on her music. Period. So she was doing her thing. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she did sing one of the songs that she was that her and Drake had together. So I was like, okay, a little awkward, but not a problem. Let's keep it going. You know, and then yeah, Act 5, Kendrick SZA doesn't know also. Yeah, they were just doing their thing, man. They were doing their thing. Um All the Stars, beautiful song, man. I love that song. And then Kendrick came back out. Yeah, Peekaboo was tough. DNA, tough. Come on, man. Money Trees, tough. I remember that. I remember that moment right there. Come on, super tough. Poetic Justice, another one. Another song that's featuring Drake that he still performed. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I think that's an olive branch. I honestly think to an extent that's an olive branch. Like Drake needs to realize, I feel like at this point, after a year and change, he needs to let it go. He needs to honestly let it go because they're performing his songs. They're performing songs, both SZA and Kendrick Lamar, that he's featured in. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude needs to really start playing some more chess out here. Two Mozzies, bro. I'm gonna get to all of that. Two Mozzies? Jagmeet Singh complaints? Bro, you're Drake, dog. They're singing your songs. Poetic Justice. And SZA, I can't remember which one it is. Rich Baby Daddy. Which one is it? Circos. I can't remember which one it is, but yeah, they're singing your songs, bro. Not to say it's an olive branch. Okay, that beef is never gonna end, but like, bro, come on, man. Come on, man. There's other ways you could have really went about this. It seems like, you know, because you are, you know, one of the biggest artists, bro, all time. But anyways, Drake can listen to me. We know that. So yeah, moving on. Yeah, so now we're at Act 7, right? Let's just say my arm's getting tired. I was live streaming this whole time. My arm is getting tired. It's like I was live streaming for almost 2 hours, right on the dot, 2 hours. My phone started to die. I'm like, nah, I can feel it in my arm, like my upper part of my arm, like right where my like my shoulder above my bicep there, right there. I was like, oh no, it feels tight in both arms. I had to stop streaming. I'm like, I'm over it. So yeah, I ended up getting like $5. I know it's not a lot, but yeah, it just opened up my eyes, you know? And I got like a bunch of new followers. It was crazy. So yeah, yo, it's pretty tough. Pretty tough, pretty tough. And then at the end, I just want to say one last thing about this. At the very end, when they both came out, before they did the Luther, before they did the Gloria, like that final set, Act 8, yo, like it was tough because they had like a hologram of the GNX car. It was like, I swear the car must have been like 20 feet tall. It was like a hologram. It looked so tough. Like it's burnt into my memory. It's so tough. And at the very, very, very end, when they after Gloria, they both walked into the like there was an actual GNX on stage that they when they first came at the beginning of the concert, they came out of that same GNX car. And at the very end, they both went into the GNX car and it went into the ground. So it just like the floor opened up and it just kind of like lowered into the ground. They lowered into the ground together. So it's pretty cool the way it started and the way it ended. I must say it was pretty dope. It was pretty dope, I must say. Dope show. Can't lie. Enjoyed myself still. And yeah, I wish them nothing but success, man. The energy in the building felt really, really good. All I kept saying to myself was, yo, I gotta go back to my boring life after this. Not to say it's boring. I'm just joking around, but like it was just dope, man. I just enjoyed myself and had a really good time. On period. Yeah, man. So okay, we only got two. Okay. You know, it's not this stream isn't going as crazy as the last one, but it's all good. So we're gonna just talk quickly about this whole Drake and Jagmeet Singh. Let me open it up. If anybody wants to jump in, here's the link. Where is it? Yeah, there's a link. If anyone wants to jump in, there is the link. And next, Drake. You know we got to get our Drake on. Pause. Drake, Jagmeet Singh going back and forth on the DMs. Now, first things first, this could all be fake. This could all be staged. I don't care what anybody says. It didn't make much sense how a DM is leaked. Who screenshotted the DM and who sent that DM to who? So does Drake take a screenshot of him calling Jagmeet Singh a goof after that picture surfaced? So if you don't know, Jagmeet Singh is an MP. He's an elected official at this point, and he is the former leader of the NDP party, which is one of the three major parties in Canada. We have the Liberals, we have the Conservatives, and we have the NDP. NDP has been going down ever since Jack Layton passed away, one of the former leaders, Olivia Child's ex-husband, Olivia Child's the mayor of Toronto. So Olivia Child's ex-husband, Jack Layton, was running things for a while in the NDP party, bringing them up and almost bringing them up to, he almost got elected, I think, versus what, Stephen Harper back in the day? Maybe about 10 plus years ago, he almost got elected as the prime minister of Canada. He didn't, and then he got sick. I think he ran maybe two or three times, and he got really, really close. And then he didn't get it. He lost to Harper. I think he lost to Paul Martin too, was it? I can't remember. But he lost, I think it was 2 or 3 times as the the NDP leader. He got sick. He ended up passing away. I think they had a few others along the way since he passed away, Jack Layton. And then Jagmeet Singh was the leader recently, and he was trash, bro. He's trash. Like you have a region in the GTA called Brampton. If you don't know, Brampton is predominantly Indian people, Punjabi, Sikh people everywhere in Brampton. And Jagmeet Singh is of the same descent as those people. He's not even one with those people. Those people don't even like this guy. They call him a sellout. Like, dude is just not it, bro. He doesn't even resonate with the people who look like him. He doesn't even like. That's just a sign right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's a little bit about Jagmeet Singh. Jagmeet Singh, he's just kind of there, and it just doesn't make sense to me how their DMs leak. Like, who takes a screenshot, puts it on the internet, and then it just gets picked up by all these propaganda pages. How that happens, I don't know. But once again, it's like, Drake, why is your name getting caught up in these type of foolish things? Like, did you even really send that DM? Why don't you just clear the air and just say, yo, that wasn't me? And that's it, call it a day. Or expound on it, Just dropping these little subtle hints that you're still kind of mad at Kendrick's success is kind of weak, bro. Why not just say it with your chest? Just come out and say it. Like, drop another track on the man if you're feeling away. Why don't you just show up at the concert, bro? Just pull up and just cause chaos. Like, if you really want to do something bad. You know what I'm saying? So that leads me into my criticism now. The criticism that I received, is minimal. But the criticism for going to the concert, being from Toronto, minimal. A couple people asked me here and there, yo, why would you go to the concert? A couple people asked me, trying to style on me for going to a concert that was predominantly white. Cool, not a problem. But the hate that I'm seeing online from the academics, from the random American podcasters and vloggers is like, it doesn't make any sense. Right? And there was a post today that I reposted on my IG that just kind of sums it up. Like, people, why do you care what people do with their hard-earned money? You're not breaking no law. You're not breaking no law of the land. You're not hurting nobody. You're not doing anything illegal. Like, what's the point? Like, so what? I went to go watch Kendrick Lamar. Did Drake pay? Like, when I got into legal in the past tense, trouble, did Drake help me and pay my lawyer fees? No. Parking tickets? No. Anything? No. So what is this blind loyalty that we have to these people, these quote unquote celebrities? If the music's good, the music's good. The music's good, I'm gonna go listen to the music. I'll go to an OVO concert. Why not? I enjoy Drake's music. Why not? Like, why are we picking sides, bro? It just makes us look corny. It makes the people who are hating on the people who are listening to the Americans fan the flames of this beef. It just makes you look corny. It just makes us look corny. Yo, if you don't like Kendrick Lamar, keep it to yourself, bro. Let's be realistic. You don't need to join in on the foolery. Especially I'm seeing big mans too, mans of a certain age, older than me, chiming in on the beef. Like, bro, you're too old for that. You should understand it for what it is. It's like it's good music, and he went to go listen to the good music. Oh, why are people from Toronto? Oh man, it's so hypocritical. Oh, he can never go to LA and perform They Not Like perform what do you call it, their family matters in SoFi Stadium. Of course he can. Why can't he? He's Drake. You think he can't? You don't think he can have? Oh, another thing. Oh, the security. Oh, Kendrick Lamar is riding around with so much security, bro. I thought he's supposed to be some Compton, tough guy or something. I'm like, bro, you guys okay? Kendrick Lamar is a family man, as he says, or as he claims. I'm sure he is. He doesn't even like fame, according to him. Come on, man. Like, we gotta stop living in this fantasy land. There's no need for us to be living in this fantasy land, okay? Straight up. Ain't nobody gonna be doing nothing to anybody. It's just like with Vibes Cartel and Movado. These guys are not going to be fighting each other. They kept everything lyrical. You see what I'm saying? It's like Jay-Z and Nas. They kept everything lyrical. And again, those are the early 2000s, both of those battles, and early 2010s. Different time. 2025, surveillance era we live in. Drake can go to SoFi Stadium 4 nights in a row and play Family Matters, and nothing's gonna happen to him because he'll have security, he'll have private security, he'll be moving super militant if he's out there. He's not gonna be doing nothing loose, no loose ball activities. You know what I'm saying? So he'll be fine. Like, give me a break. He can do that if he wants in LA. And if he doesn't think he can do that, then I don't know. He forgot who he is. Because he has plenty of fans in LA, regardless of what's transpired with him and my boy and Kendrick. So, yo, a lot of Toronto people just gotta stop living in this fantasy land, bro. It's not Woodbine Centers. Get out of fantasy land, bro. People can go listen to music if they want at a concert. It doesn't make them a traitor. Again, what has Drake doesn't pay my bills? You know what I'm saying? Drake doesn't raise my kids, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I do all of that. So if I want to go me and Nas want to go to the concert and we call it a day. We come home safely. That's all that matters. Come back to our kids and that's it. That's all that matters. Nothing else should really matter. People got to keep things in perspective and stop living in this fantasy world. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters at the end of the day. Went down there, had a good time, came home. I would have actually liked it to see if like I would love to see my boy just be the bigger man. I think that like there's no art of war here. There's no psychology. Why hasn't he just came out and said, yo, I don't even care about this no more? I think that would make him seem like a bigger man, first of all. I don't even care. He tried to do it what was it, the heart part or whatever it was. He tried to like have that little talk at the end of the song. Sound hurt. Still sounds hurt. Calling Jagmeet Singh a goof hurt just because he was at the concert. Hurt. UMG suing hurt. Lost the battle, bro. That's it. Good day, bud. But anyways, man, that's all I really want to say tonight, man. Drake can still come back, man. Honestly, not to say come back in a sense where it's like, I think homie could like just make good music, and just address it. Just talk about it publicly. Make a statement or two. Just say what's up. Look, looking back, I was wrong a little bit. I was like, moving a little bit too emotional. But hey, it is what it is. That's it. That's it. And squash it. It's done. You know what I'm saying? And let the people just go from there. Let people decide what they want to do next and just kind of like try to avoid it. Or not avoid it, attack it head on. What it is, man. Hopefully that makes sense. Nobody's coming up. So what we're gonna do, we're probably to end this stream here. Been on about an hour now, almost an hour, about 50 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's the review of the Kendrick Lamar concert in Toronto. You know what I'm saying? We saw.
Make sure I get some water.
We came, we saw, we conquered.
Make sure I get some water. Already my heart. Chest.
Turn left onto Bremner Boulevard.
That's the gate.
You don't want to get the black and white t-shirt?
Merchandise. So line up for the merchandise, the merch. Merchandise. There's our gate. Oh, there's an elevator? How long? Public garage.
You've never seen that before? Scalpers asking for tickets? Have you never seen that? It's always them having tickets.
No. This is the other way. This is 5.
Again, we did not ask for this, but we can make. All right, we inside. What's your thoughts so far?
Good.
You got upgraded to go down a level. I don't know, bro. Again, we did not ask for this, but we can make some arrangements. We got sent down. We're going to the lower level now. They just gave us that. Now we're going straight down. Say what you want, but I ain't biased, so I'm taking it, bro. It's that simple. It's simple. Make some arrangements. Outside.
It's a crazy lineup, though. To get a t-shirt, bro.
No, but the merchandise though. I should have got this.
Yo, the merch lineup is mud. Holy fuck. It's all the way. It's all the way back, bro. Holy fuck. That's crazy. That's a crazy lineup, bro. Just to get some merch. Okay, so yeah, long story short, that's it, man. I couldn't upload too much more because of the version of StreamYard that I have. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I came, I saw, I conquered, had a great time. Enjoyed myself. You know what I'm saying? Was it worth it? Yes. Felt so alive in there. All I kept saying was, oh man, I don't want this to end. I gotta go back to life after this. You know, kind of like escaped reality for a little bit, I must say. So it was pretty good, really good experience. I would encourage anybody who's listening to this, you know, contemplating on buying a ticket for the European tour, buy that ticket. And another thing I'll say is hopefully your show doesn't sell out early, because what ends up happening is towards the like closer to the date, if it's not sold out, they'll just lower the prices. Right, and that's pretty much what happened in Toronto, which is why it seemed like it was sold out. But if you go to the Rogers Center, you know that place was packed, but I wouldn't say it was at capacity. It was, I have some videos I couldn't upload here because of the copyright, But I got some videos on my phone. You can even check out my TikTok. I posted, and like there was so many people in there, so many people in there. But again, Rogers Center is huge. It's one of the biggest in North America, easily. Stadiums like up there, up there. And yeah, there was it was big. It was huge, but I wouldn't say it was at capacity. It could have held a lot more people, I would say. But anyways, people, we're gonna leave it at that. We are going to leave it at that, unless anybody has some final thoughts or anything you want to share in the comments. But if not, we're gonna leave it at that, man. Again, salute to Kendrick, salute to SZA. Kendrick's a ballsy guy, man. 2 shows back to back. He had top 5 running around the Nobu Hotel looking for him. There were rumors that he flew to New York to go home and sleep and come back to Toronto the next day. Didn't say a word, just silent as usual. But when you actually went to the show and you actually took in the show, you would definitely see that dude puts a lot of work into his job. Like he puts a lot of work into his work. The breath control pause, the stage presence, the vignettes, the interludes, I should say. And salute to SZA as well too. You can tell she works very hard on herself as well. I don't know, like the stamina these guys have to have and this girl has to have to do this, every couple of nights as well too. It's just a testament to, all the effort that they put in. So I had to appreciate it. Yeah, again, the sometimes when you hear people perform or hear people sing, they lip sync. Dude did not lip sync. Dude was singing every single song word for word. Every single song. It was just the beat. And he was singing over the beat as it should be. You know what I'm saying? So he just really takes it all seriously. Never once like looked at a place, nothing fell. He didn't trip. Like it's just very professional, very coordinated. Like the dancers, it just everything. Everything was just good. That's why I really appreciate the concert. It was really good. It made me really just calm, relaxed, and just having a good time to enjoy myself. So it was dope, man. Salute to Kendrick, salute to SZA. And they made a bag with that merch. They made a bag.
You don't want to get the black and white t-shirt?
Merchandise. So line up for the merchandise. The merch.
You gotta cut
Merchandise. There's our gate. Oh, there's an elevator. And again, you gotta appreciate the fact that dude, even though it wasn't all black people, it was really more of a testament to the way our city is made up. Like we got again every type of people out here. We got black, we got white, we got brown, we got yellow, we got everything. And that's really how the concert looked. Like it was dope. People were really nice as well too. Like my glass, a piece broke off my glasses. It fell on the floor. Everybody was helping me look for it, turning on lights. Like it was dope. It was just like good vibes, good energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been to many parties in the GTA that have gotten shot up, people have gotten hurt, lost their lives, right? And it's just like this was just the complete opposite. And it was headlined by a black man. Like, come on, man. You gotta appreciate stuff like that. These idiots in the freaking comment section and on the internet living in the fantasy world wanted somebody to like go up there and do something to Kendrick and it looks bad that we're all just embracing the guy. Like, why? Why is that bad? People just like music. People like SZA's music. People like Kendrick's music. He dissed Drake. Okay, and Drake don't pay your bills, bro. He really don't. He doesn't pay my bills. And I've been listening to him since 2012, 2011. So give me a break, bro. The whole narrative is just retarded. And then the last thing too, before I sign off, Yo, Drake could go to LA and perform any song he wants to anytime he wants to. Why? Because he'll have the same security detail that Kendrick had. He'll have 100 million cops surrounding the building, inside and outside. And that's what was in Toronto. So he'll be fine. He can do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And for him to call Jagmeet Singh a goof looks a little bit, I don't know, contrived. Because again, how did they get that screenshot? It just appeared out of nowhere. Who screenshotted it and sent it to the blog pages? Makes no sense. Foolishness. Why is he getting always tied up in foolishness? Never about the music. Like, 50-50 about the music, but sometimes it's about the F-free too. And if you're that big of an artist, you should be taking something out of Kendrick's book and just go on that militant monk tip. Because 2 Mazas, not it, bro. Not it. Just the artist himself, Smiley. Not really feeling it still. John No Star. All right, yo. I'm off of this, man. Thank you everybody for watching. We're at an hour right now. And I'll be back probably with my Brazil review. That's coming very soon. In my official Brazil review breakdown, right, of my trip to Brazil a couple months back. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you very much for watching, and I am out. Peace.